Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Sunday. I hope you are having a really great weekend. I am so excited for today's video. I'm also a little bit sad about today's video because typically Lisa and I actually love to do this video in person together. However, obviously because of how things are going in 2020, Lisa and I were not able to meet up this year. Normally she flies up from California to Oregon and we are able to spend a week together just kind of hanging out and having girl time. But sadly, we're having to skip it this year. Breaks my heart. But I made sure that Lisa knew that I still wanted to do this video because it's a tradition at this point for her and I to share our fall Scentsy suggestions to you guys. Lisa is the lady, the friend, the bestie that I actually buy all of my Scentsy from. So I actually met Lisa through YouTube several years ago. I think it's been like 5 years. We've been friends for a while now, and I am so thankful that this weird, funny little platform brought us together because without YouTube, I would have never met her. There is rarely a day that goes by that I don't either directly talk to or text with Lisa. You know, we try to be very supportive of each other in all of the things that we do in our lives, and we just really strive to make sure that if the other person is feeling down, that we lift them up and help them through difficult times. And I know that Lisa and I have gone back and forth with each other over the last several years when we've been in somewhat difficult spots in our lives to provide support for each other. So that being said, I love Lisa. I know a lot of you have chosen to use her as your Scentsy consultant, and I think that's fantastic. You know, you can certainly choose someone who is local to you, but you don't have to. There's certainly benefits to having someone that lives right down the street, but you know, you don't necessarily have to have someone close by to be able to order the product. So if you don't have someone you're working with, I would obviously personally highly recommend Lisa. Some of you have asked me if I'm going to start selling Scentsy. Absolutely not. Totally not my thing. I'm not really big into sales myself, which is kind of ironic based on the fact that I run my own business where I'm trying to sell wedding flowers to people and, you know, corporate clients trying to sell them flowers for different events and stuff. So, I don't know. Sales aren't really my thing. I like the creative behind the scenes stuff. That's really kind of where I personally excel, but I'm gonna leave that job to Lisa, who does it extremely well in my book. So with all that being said, obviously I'm going to be linking Lisa's version of this video down below in the description box. Make sure that you watch Lisa's video after mine, and make sure if you're not subscribed to her, if you feel a connection with her, that you do so as well. She gives such wonderful feedback on the Scentsy products. If there's something that she doesn't like or something that doesn't work extremely well, she is always the first to actually admit that. I know a lot of consultants for different companies, you know, will say that everything is amazing, but every company has their flaws, right? And what I have always appreciated about Lisa from the very beginning, before we even became friends, was that, you know, if I would ask her about something that I was interested in purchasing, she was like, I don't think you're gonna like that. Or, knowing you, I think a better option for you is gonna be this scent right here. So I love that she gets to know people and can make recommendations, and if she sees you inquiring about something that she knows you're not gonna like, she's gonna tell you and not allow you to just go ahead and buy for the sake of buying. So, all right, you guys, that is the intro. It's a long one, but I love my Lisa, and I have to share that with you guys. So we each are doing 10 Scentsy suggestions for the fall, and it was really hard to narrow it down to 10 because there are so many yummy, amazing scents that Scentsy comes out with for the fall and the holiday time. We will be doing a holiday version of this video as well, probably come mid-November, when everyone is sort of switching gears from fall to holiday scents, so don't worry. There is more to come from Lisa and I. So what I did is I actually purchased a set of testers from Lisa so that I could smell through all of what's available for the fall. I've already done one Scentsy haul. If you missed it, I will link it down below. I'm getting ready to place another one with Lisa. So in fact, I think I'm going to be doing that after this video. But I got my testers in the mail, so in here I have what I have selected for you guys. Lisa and I did not tell each other what we were choosing. We're hoping that there is not 100% overlap here, but we can't make any promises. We both tend to enjoy the same types of fragrances. We gear more towards like the foodie, gourmand, more fruity type scents, not so much the fresh and woodsy or manly type scents. So, but I did try to stretch myself a little bit out of my comfort zone for this video so that I wasn't just recommending gourmand stuff to you guys. So we're gonna get started, and we're gonna get started with the one that I actually did not have in my little tester kit, and I just finished not too long ago my last bar of it, so it's gonna be coming in this next haul. But apple butter frosting is my very first suggestion for you guys for fall. Apple butter frosting tends to be available year-round, I believe, but it is delightful specifically for the fall time. When we were selling our old house, what I actually had going was a cube of sugar cookie and a cube of apple butter frosting, and everyone that walked through our house when we were in the process of selling it made a comment about how warm and comforting and delicious our house smelled. I like to think that apple butter frosting sold our house, which I was very thankful for. That was a stressful time. All right, so the notes are going to be cinnamon spiced apples and vanilla buttercream. That's really what this is. It is like a quintessential fall scent with a nice creamy vanilla added in. It's delicious. It's a powerhouse. It's one that lasts at least 4 days. I typically have my warmers on for 6 to 8 hours a day, and I will use 2 cubes in each of my warmers. I have about 10 warmers around my house. I know, it's insane. Next, let's talk about my beloved honey pear cider. Every year I cross my fingers that this comes back. I should just put it in my Scentsy Club as a just in case, but oh, you guys, honey pear cider. I cannot get enough of this one. Let me find the description here. Where do they have it? Honey pear cider. So they have it in the fruity, which makes sense because it's a pear scent. So they say that this is a blend of fresh, juicy pear and sweet honey together with a subtle hint of spice. Yes, you really get that pear note in here. It's a fresh, crisp, very juicy gourmand pear, very fruity. There is definitely honey in here. The sweetness that you're smelling is 100% honey. It's not a generic like sugary sweetness. It is honey. And you do get those really beautiful, warm and cozy spices in here. It's really mostly nutmeg to my nose, but there could be like a sprinkling, just a very slight hint of cinnamon in this as well. But it's mostly nutmeg. It's delicious. You can warm this by itself. You can put it with a cube of vanilla bean buttercream or with sugar cookie to mellow it out even more. But I like this one straight up by itself, not mixing it with anything, just all throughout the house. Gorgeous. Also a fantastic transitional scent. I feel like during the month of September, transitional scents for me are typically apple and pear scents. This one falls right in line with that. I will have a video next Saturday talking about my favorite fall transitional scents. Stay tuned for that. All right, let's do something different. Let's do Cozy Cardigan. This is actually one that I picked up for the first time, I think it was last year. Where is Cozy Cardigan? I think it might be back in the fresh. Cozy Cardigan. Yep, it is. It's in the fresh. So this is Soft Suede, Blushing Rose, and Amber Silk. This is mostly a really light amber scent. It's very It smells like cashmere. That's what this smells like to me. There was a jasmine, was it jasmine cashmere? I have it in my closet. Victoria's Secret had this really beautiful perfume at some point in the last 15 years called, I think it was Soft Vanilla Jasmine or Jasmine Vanilla. I can't remember the exact name of it. But if you knew what that scent was and you loved it, you are going to love this. This is almost the wax melt version of that perfume. It's so beautiful, you guys. It's very warm. It definitely smells like a warm cashmere sweater with like a light dusting of amber and almost vanilla. It's like a mix of an amber and a vanilla. It's very soft, very pretty. This would be a great bedroom scent for the fall. So that's out of my normal comfort zone. You're welcome. I'm kidding. You guys know how I feel about my food scents. It's very hard for me to stray from those, but that's a good suggestion for you guys. Back to the food. You knew this one was coming. Love winterberry apple tea. Winterberry apple tea is sort of the fall holiday version of sweet plum pastry, which by the way is up for the Bring Back My Bar votes. So go vote for it if you've always wanted to smell it, because I have talked it to death on my channel. But winterberry apple tea, I think, came out for the first time a couple years ago. She's back. She's actually in the holiday section here, but I think this makes a fantastic fall scent. So this is a mix of cranberry, apple, and honey. That's what this is. It's very nice, you guys. It does have a little bit of a spiciness to it, but it's not offensive. It's not a red hot cinnamon, but there's definitely a fair amount of cinnamon in this. But you really do get that nice juicy apple note. You definitely get cranberry in this. And the sweetness is, it's not cloying at all. It's like a drizzle of honey throughout. Really, really beautiful for this time of year. By the way, today when I'm recording this, it's kind of like a rainy, misty day. It's perfect. I'm so happy. We've had like 100 degree or like 90 to 100 degrees for the last several weeks, and I'm over it. I'm ready to be done. All right, almond croissant. You guys, get out of town. It's in my top 5 of Scentsy releases. Oh, it's so good. You guys, fresh baked croissant is made even more heavenly with cinnamon, sugar, and an infusion of almond. This is an almond croissant. This is a very true bakery gourmand. Like, it smells like food. People are gonna walk in your house and think that you are making almond croissants. And you are going to disappoint them because croissants are really difficult to make. You have to get like the layers just right. There's so much butter involved. I've watched so many videos on how to make croissants and it just overwhelms me every single time. So I've never made them, but I do love me a nice croissant, especially the ones with the like chocolate on the inside from Starbucks. Oh, so good. Anyway, almond croissant. It's in my Scentsy top 5 of like all time. It is that good. Just get it. It's delightful. It's perfect for the fall. Perfect. Even a really nice transitional scent, I feel like. Okay, Stroopwafel Delight. It's back, and I'm so glad. I had put this in my Scentsy Club because I loved it so much. I feel like now I can maybe go down to 1 in my Scentsy Club now that I know that it's back again. Stroopwafel Delight, you guys, is delicious. So Scentsy says that this is a Dutch treat made with creamy vanilla, rich melted butter, and cinnamon. If you have ever eaten a stroopwafel, basically it's like 2 flat pieces of waffle like you would use for an ice cream cone, a really nice quality ice cream cone, sandwiched together with a very thin layer of caramel. And the best thing to do is when you are getting your morning cup of coffee together, if you just lay your flat stroopwafel on the top of your coffee cup, the heat from the coffee will get the inside all melty so that caramel will start to get soft and warm, and oh man, then you just dunk it in your coffee and you just get fat. And there you have it. That's what this smells like. It's 100% authentic. It's delicious. It's a powerhouse. It lasts at least 4 days. Love it. Will not ever be without it for a fall season. That's why it's in my club. Next, autumn road trip. Okay, I forced myself to, once again, do something a little different. There was several other scents that you're not gonna see in here because I made room for this, because it's really nice. The reason that I like this is it kind of reminds me of Yankee Candle's Autumn Wreath. This isn't a dupe for that, but if you really liked Autumn Wreath, you're going to like this. This is very fresh. This is very, very fall. This is in the new releases, right? Yep, Autumn Road Trip in the new releases. Harvest Apple, Just Picked Anjou Pear, and a Forest of Towering Silver Oak. Get out of here. It smells so pretty, you guys. The apple and the pear are definitely very noticeable in here, but that like woody oakiness, just that it's not a smoldering woods, it's like a fresh cut wood type of woodiness. It's beautiful. Again, if you really loved Yankee Candle Harvest Wreath, Pumpkin Wreath, what am I talking about? Pumpkin Wreath. You need to try this. God, it's so good. Again, it's not a dupe, but it's in the same line of that like earthy, sophisticated fall apple pear wood melange. Do you like my fancy words? Melange. What is this? Oh, I know what this is. Oh, caramel apple craze. Okay, this would be considered a kind of good September transitional scent. It is delightful. This kind of reminds me a little bit of Summer Boardwalk from Bath & Body Works. Not exactly, but very similar. If you like Summer Boardwalk, you're gonna like this. Let me look up the description here. Where did I see this? Is this new? I don't even feel like I need to read the description for it because I can tell you exactly what it is, but now I'm mad that I can't find it. It's not in the fresh, is it? Interesting. It's not new. Okay, we're not wasting our time with this, you guys. Here's what this smells like. It smells like a caramel apple from the fair. There's also a little bit of like a kettle corn type note in this. It's sweet. But if you have had a caramel apple, you know what you're in for. There is definitely a caramel note to this. If you don't like that, you're not gonna like this. But it's not cloying. It's pretty sweet though. Not headache inducing, but probably borderline. So if you're sensitive, I don't know that I would recommend this one. If you've had an adverse reaction to Summer Boardwalk, maybe don't try this, but I love it. I think it's delicious. To me, this is not headache inducing. Summer Boardwalk, after about 2 hours, I have to blow it out, just like Leaves. Leaves, I love it, but after 2 hours, need to knock that out. 2 more. Can you guys guess the last 2? Put it down below in the comments. Breakfast in Bed. Now this one had like sold out. It's back now. It's so generic, but it's so great for fall. This is going in my club. It's so good, but it's really generic smelling. So they say that this is a pumpkin pastry filled with black raspberry and topped with a cinnamon drizzle. Here's the thing. This almost smells like a Captain Crunch cereal, but less sweet and warmer, if that makes sense. It totally has like a fruity Captain Crunch type vibe to it. That's what pops into my head. But I do think that there's definitely some raspberry in here. I do think you can get a little bit of that like plum, well, yeah, it's almost like a plummy type note. Like a plum mixed with a raspberry. But there's also definitely that pumpkin pastry note in here. There's definitely a pastry note for sure. And then there's the spices, like those traditional fall spices of like a cinnamon, nutmeg, clove type of blend, but it's not an overly spicy scent. It's really well balanced and I want more of it. I think I might just be getting a 6-pack of this because it's that good. And then the last one is another new scent, Apples and Oats. Get Out of Town. This smells like apples and oats. It smells like a really nice oatmeal. And not like the cheap Quaker oatmeal, like the instant packets. Like if you made your own high quality oatmeal on the stove top with fresh apples, fresh cinnamon, not too much cinnamon, but definitely some cinnamon. They say that this is a mix of rich buttery oats, caramelized apple, and warm hints of cinnamon. Yeah, that's what this is. This is another one where it's like 6-pack worthy all on its own. You have to try it. I'm telling you. There are so many good things. There are so many good things this year from Scentsy. These are my recommendations to you. I'm so excited to see what Lisa's are gonna be because I know that her and I share a very similar news. But oh my goodness, I feel like we're gonna have probably 8 that are the same. That's my guess. We'll see. Anyway, go watch Lisa's video now. Make sure that you subscribe to her and give her some love. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch today. If you're here from Lisa's channel and you hopefully feel a connection, I hope that you'll subscribe. If not, that's okay. I appreciate you watching today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.